Okay, so today I want to show you how to use Padlet for collaboration. So Padlet is similar to Jamboard. It has some different features that Jamboard doesn't have. The plus to Jamboard over Padlet is you can make an unlimited amount of Jamboards. With Padlet Basic, you can make 3. So unless you delete them after you're done, you can download them first, but you can't have more than 3 at a time. So that is one of its downsides. I think the upside is that if you upgrade it, it's not expensive at all. So if it's something that you really like, it's a worthwhile investment. If you hit the upgrade button here, you'll see that it says you can do like from $8 a month. So if it's something you really like and if it does stuff on it that you don't think that Jamboard can do for you, then Padlet is a good option. So you would go to Padlet.com and you would need to create an account. You can sign in with a Google account or you can create an account with Padlet. That's an easy enough process, and once you do, it'll put you here so you can kind of see your dashboard. You can make a Padlet. You can join a Padlet if someone gives you a link. You can click and see the gallery of other Padlets that are out there. It's kind of a good way to see what you can do. And then that's the upgrade button. So here it says what you've made, what you've shared, liked, etc., and you've archived. So we're going to go ahead and make a Padlet because I want to show you what your choices are. You can do a wall, which kind of looks more like the Jamboard. Same with Canvas. Stream looks more like a news feed. So everything would kind of stream down. You can do a grid. You can do a shelf. So if you had topics, it would kind of separate them for you. You can do a back channel. So this is where you could communicate in a chat-like environment if you wanted to live communicate with each other in a chat way. You could do a map where you add kind of content to points on a map. And then you could create a timeline. So if you wanted to do a timeline of community action, you could create a timeline on Padlet using the timeline feature. So I'll show you the back channel one and kind of just show you what it looks like when you hit select and what it creates for you. So you just hit select and it's chosen this picture. That can be changed. You have the option to change the wallpaper, but it usually puts something lovely in the background and it even names it something. You can then change all this over here. So if you wanted to change this, you could change the description, you could change the icon. Changing the font. So it gives you a lot of options for how you want people to interact with the post. And I think that's the plus over Jamboard too. People can grade your post. They could star your post, upvote. So maybe if you're doing an idea collaboration, if you have the votes, the upvotes, that would like show if people thought an idea was really great and they all upvoted it, you would know that that was something that had a lot of promise. You could filter profanity and require approval. This isn't something you should have to do at the workplace, so I'm hoping that you don't need to do that. And then this would be the link to the Padlet. And down here is where people would just add kind of what they want to post. So down here, and then it would just kind of filter up like a chat. So that's what it would look like if you used the back channel feature. If you use the shelf allows you to name the columns. So we could say well, these are my topics for my training for this year. So I could just create topics and then I could just add to each. Maybe I want to say speaker 1, topic, leadership versus management. And then I could keep adding and going down. So I really like this one for organizational sake. If you're like a visual learner and you like to put things out like this in categories, I think this is a really great one. And then we can click wall. This is the most commonly used one. And then this would just allow you to hit add, and anybody could add any comments that they would have. Here you can upload something, so if you had a file to go with it, if you wanted to link out to something, you could here. If you wanted to use Google to help you, you could also do a picture if you wanted. So you could record your voice, you could draw, you could link a location, you could link to another Padlet, you could do a film. So you have a lot of options with this, much more than Jamboard. So I think that Padlet has a lot of advantages to it. Its major disadvantage, of course, is the amount you can use. So unless you download, save these, and then delete them, you're going to have to be mindful of how many you have at one time. So it really depends on what you need it for, but it's potentially worth the investment. So I would say if you try this out and you like it a lot, you may want to just pay for it because it's not expensive and it does a lot. Just make sure, of course, if you're paying for it, that you're using it. That's the key. But I think Padlet is a great tool. Lots you can do with it. Plenty to try out. So I recommend that you play with this one. Create yourself a free account and see if you like it. And if you do, go for it. Thanks.